Hi guys, welcome back to Modern Creep Tarot. Today we're going to be doing the weekly pick a card for June 24th to the 29th. And I know that I'm a little bit late for this week, so this might be a bit of a midweek kind of reading, but yeah, I was having some major technical difficulties yesterday and just this morning, so let's get started. We have pile number 1, which is the rose quartz. Whoop. Pile number 2, this amethyst. And pile number 3 is going to be this clear quartz cluster. So I'll give you guys a moment to see what resonates with you, what you would like to choose. Okay, let's get started with rose quartz. I'll get these out of the way. Okay, put this over here. And today we're going to be we have the Fuzzy Prism Oracle deck. Of course, we're going to be using some Rider White. Rider Waite or Rider White? I'm not even sure. In the Menti Oracle, and this is a brand new deck for me, so I'm excited to be using it. Okay, let's see what we got. We'll start off with the tarot. Okay, we're starting off strong with the World. The 5 of Swords. The 4 of Swords reversed. The Moon reversed, and the Star. Whoever chose this, the rose quartz, you guys have gone through the end of a cycle and you're really trying to get connected spiritually, or you did some major work here before, but let's keep on going. So clarifying the World, we have the Lovers. Clarifying the 5 of Swords, we have the Knight of Swords. Clarifying the 4 of Swords reverse, we have the 9 of Pentacles. Ooh, and clarifying... Oh, here it is. Clarifying the Moon reverse, we have the 7 of Swords reverse. And clarifying the Star, we have the 2 of Pentacles. Let me see if I can move this a little bit up so you guys can see a little bit better. Okay. Rose quartz pile 1. You have 1, 2, 3, 4... major arcana cards. So you guys are definitely being guided by the universe right now. You're definitely feeling way lost right now where you are, because you probably made either decision to leave a lover, leave a bad idea. Because having these first of all in the past and on top of each other, this clarifying the World, of course, that you kind of ascended to a new level, but maybe at the cost of a relationship or an ideal or something, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 swords, and some of them are pretty aggressive. You're definitely in your mind right now. You're kind of contemplating. You see these 3 swords here. Usually when you see the 4 of Swords upright, it's usually talking about meditation, rest, that you need to recharge. But here right now, definitely thinking, did I make the right choice? Because it ultimately, even though you're a much better person for having done it, like, what was it at the expense of? Was it the expense of friendships, of lovers, of other ideals? Because you see these three that I shouldn't gender these cards, but the person here has 3 swords, and you see those are the ones he's contemplating. But in all of it, it was for your betterment. But you kind of see here, you're still probably pretty upset at what has just happened. What happened last week? I know that this is a general reading, so we can't get too much into what choices were made last week or earlier in this week, even. Like, it doesn't have to have been even that far away. But you're still looking back at it a little bit with anger, a little bit with resentment maybe, and you're kind of wondering like, hey, I made this choice, but I don't have a clue of how to get to the next like station in my life, the next part of my life, but what you have found though is a little bit of peace of mind. Like, we have the Star here with the 2 Pentacles, and you see the 2 jars that this person has in their hand. You have definitely made a connection to like the divine. You have made a connection, and you're seeing how this knowledge that you have gained has really helped you in your day-to-day life. They were taking this knowledge here, pouring it out to here. You're using yourself as a vessel at this point, and you have found the balance that you have been seeking. That this end had to have, this completion, like, this is all for your betterment. It might not feel like that now because you are being surrounded by, like, you are so kind of deep in your head because you're just so unsure. You're just so unsure of like what this all meant. Like, why did I have to go through this? And it's because because you're trying to become a much better person. This is the card of hope. This is the card of Aquarius. High ideals and thoughts, And you can't become this person, the best version of yourself, without sometimes a little bit of heartache, a little bit of leaving something behind so you can be your best self, It's not easy. It's not an easy life. But let's go on to the Oracle cards. From Holly Simple, we have awareness and spirit. Oh, so definitely, look at these cards. You're definitely getting connected, and you're definitely so much more self-aware. Again, like, it sucks that it came at a cost of something you perceived as really big, and not to say that it wasn't. We obviously have the World card here, and we have the Lovers, but you can't let the past get you down because the decisions you made, the reason you had to leave this behind was so you can gain that. I was just talking about clarity this morning, but gaining that sense of clarity, gaining a sense of peace and balance, like, that is what you need. You can't, you don't want to be living all the time up here. Like, you ascended to this new place, but it doesn't mean that you should be staying in just in your thoughts, because that's what all these swords are telling you, that, and the Moon, that you're just sometimes you get so deep inside your subconscious, obsessing and worrying about the choices you made, and still being a little bit angry about them too. But you're definitely connecting with your third eye. All of your eyes are being opened right now, And the spirit here, it's helping you. It's helping you see deep within. Let's take the cards from the Amenti Oracle. So we have, I keep the waters pure, and I advance through my own abilities. This card definitely talks about like pure, like your feelings are, even though you might feel like a mess, the waters are clearing and you're getting that clarity. You've cleansed out all the bullshit, you know, it's all, that shit's over, and now you're able to arise from that pool of emotions and you're connecting again to your deep, like, look how beautiful that card is. And I advance through my own abilities. Like, you know, if this isn't just echoing the star and the spirit, like seeing those three cards together, this is definitely talks about this third eye. Understanding your intuition, understanding how much more you're connected, right? Look at that connection. You know, it's the place you are going is to a much better place where you are meeting yourself finally. This week is about meeting yourself. You're meeting your best, highest self this week. It's not going to be easy, but it will be beautiful, you know? So I implore you this week to take it easy on yourself. You know, you just went through some major changes. You just made some major choices. So right now, I keep the waters pure and I advance through my own abilities. Like, take this time right now to do some self-care. Take a loving, cleansing bath. Go outside in nature. Go to a body of water if you can. And do some meditation. You know, ask your spirit guides, your own council of light, whoever you feel connected to, and ask them, how can I connect? Consciously connect. How can I consciously connect? Whew, this is going to be, you know, might be a little bit more of an isolating weekend for everyone who chose the rose quartz, but it's not meant to be bad. This is really meant to be taking you to a new, much better place. Okay, if you guys enjoy that reading, please like, share, and subscribe, or leave a comment too. Let me know how these are resonating with you. Okay, let's go on to group 2, Amethyst. God, I love this amethyst. I think I got it in the Integratron in Yucca Valley or Joshua Tree a couple years ago. I love it. Okay, let's start off with some tarot cards. Okay, we have, Four of Wands. We have the King of Swords, King of Wands, Five of Cups, and the Three of Cups. Clarifying the Four of Wands is Six of Cups. Clarifying the King of Swords reverse is the Tower. Clarifying the King of Wands is the Six of Pentacles. Clarifying the Five of Cups is the King of Pentacles. Clarifying the Three of Cups is the Ace of Cups. So this is quite interesting. We have 1, 2, 3 kings in here, 2 reverse. Wow, this is this energy is definitely a masculine energy. So if there are any males watching, or male or masculine energy, like, I don't know, you know what I mean. I'm sorry, guys. I just like this whole and we have sixes. Like, this is definitely about relationship, but I also do think, like, I know that there isn't a lot of love because I do think that this is an internal struggle, like internal struggle about masculine energy. Maybe it is a male in your life, but there is definitely some third party action going on this week. And not even action, like I'm not talking about sex, like I'm talking purely like on a feelings level, because it's so interesting to, like, you know, when you see these two cards, these are usually like such positive energy, right? Six of cups with it four of wands. Like this talks about like, God, that loving connection, that old like familial connection. This feels deep, this feels old, and like past soulmates. You know, I know we don't have again, we don't have like the cups that we do have are, but this person, this masculine energy he is leaving some shit behind. Like God. And I know whoever this man is, he wants, I should stop saying he, but this masculine energy or whoever chose amethyst, you're doing some heavy thinking about your feelings, and you know the things you're leaving behind. You might be leaving behind a family. You might be leaving behind some old parts of yourself, because here you have done some major thinking. You're doing some major, you know, this past relationship that might be coming back in this week. It's throwing, like, it is I'm like burning shit to the ground, but it is finally fucking collapsing. And like, you gotta remember, like, hey, I know that this, like, it's, oh gosh, like, when you, okay, who is ever this person, this man right now, you're trying to find a way to move forward, but, you know, sorrow and knowing the thing that you want, this other person, this third party that you want to give your love to, it's still, like, even though you want to go here, you still feel so raw, so still, like, not attached to this past, but because you know you have these two cups here, so you know that there is a little bit more to offer, but the things you had to leave behind, like, because you just weren't feeling like you. And here, like, it's like this masculine energy might be an earth sign, so Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but because it is the only upright of the king, so I think definitely this is being represented by you. So this might have already happened earlier this week or later last week, where you decided, like, I don't want to participate anymore in this. Like, we have 2 sixes here, and this, like, this old relationship that I said is coming back in, it's definitely thrown you for a loop, but it's making you reconsider where you give your love to, where you give your, like, how you give in your life. And, you know, it might have, you're probably feeling like really inactive right now, like there is not a lot of movement because you are doing this. I think right now you're on your way to this portion of the cards where this has kind of already been happening already on your mind. So like, and again, this is a general reading, so I can't talk too specifically about what it is that you, I mean, if this is changing your mind about your family, changing your mind about, you know, the thing from the past that might have made you happy that you want to bring to the future, but there's just going to be a lot of bit of chaos before you can move forward to become that masculine energy that you really want, because you really want to offer this new love. You want to offer this passion to this new person, you know? And I know that this is not what everyone wants to hear, of like, you want to leave your old life behind, but you know, if you want to continue to feel like this, continue to feel upside down, like this is the energy of just pure anger, just rage, because it's not only like your mind is just screaming, but your body is screaming too. It can no longer take being like this. It wants to be stable. It wants to be a nurturing figure. It wants to be able to not even express its love, but like show its love by growth. It wants to grow his emotions and everything. Like, man, this masculine energy, like, you know what, let's pull from the Holly Simple. Let's see what we have. Risk and grow. Oh my god. Okay, so hey, I would never in my life ever recommend, you know, turning your back on like family, you know, like I could never say that. But here we are with the risk card and the grow card, that if whoever chose this beautiful amethyst, like, I do not envy the growth that you're doing right now, because you've made a giant decision. You know, you've made this, like, you didn't even make the decision. The universe pushed you out of this, out of this nest. Like, you wanted to stay here so long, but it told you no. You don't belong there anymore. And you have to take that risk. Like, to take that risk on, and I'm not even taking that risk on this other person, this love that you want to give to this other person, but taking that risk of leaving behind this kind of like behavior, this kind of attitude, because this is what it was bringing, you know, this, like, not this, but this idea, like this wanting, this coming back, like, it's, you don't want to continue to feel oppressed in your own life. You know, you want to be able to give freely. But let's look at the Amenti Oracle. Let's see what we got for you. We have, I respect the property of others, and I act respectfully of others. So definitely the energy of God, because this is dealing now with other people. This is asking you, like, if you do need to talk to your significant other, if you do need to talk to whomsoever it is, but you have to do it with love, and you have to do it in a way that helps you grow. You know, that's what this card is about. don't be petty. Don't be petty this week, because you're going through a lot, but obviously the person, or whatever the situation, or the decisions you have to now commit to telling to another person, it's not going to be easy. So choose your words wisely this week. And hey, if you I know this is really heavy energy, like, man, but if that resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Please leave a comment too if anyone is kind of going through a hard time, and like, I'll definitely, please, let's talk it out if you want to in the comments. But let's go on to pile 3. This lovely, let me just move this off to the side. This, okay, sorry, just doing some cleanup on the side. Okay, so everyone who chose this lovely quartz cluster, given to me by a beautiful angel of a human being, one of my favorite Virgos, so this has some great energy. Okay, let's pull some tarot. Okay, starting off with the Magician reversed. We have the 9 of Swords, the 5 of Cups. Oh no, sorry, the 8 of Cups. The Devil reversed. The Queen of Cups reversed. Wow. 2 major arcanas. Like, this week, I mean, geez, the universe is really putting in the work for some people. Wow. You know what? Let me pull the clarifiers. So we clarify the Magician reverse. We have, Queen of Wands. Clarify the 9 of Swords. We have Judgment. Clarifying the 8 of Cups. We have Ace of Wands. Clarifying the Devil reverse. We have 10 of Wands. And clarifying the Queen of Cups, we have the Hermit. Let me take a sip of water. The universe definitely has its hands in some shit this week. Wow. So we have the Magician reverse, the Devil reverse, and the Hermit and Judgment. So definitely, like, someone is deep in their feels, and this is I don't know if this is just purely, like, there is kind of a mishmash of energies here. Like, we have some strong feminine energy with 2 queens, but the Magician, the Devil, and even the Hermit are very much masculine energy. So I do wonder if this is an internal struggle, maybe within, some internal struggle with the way you act versus the way you feel, and the way you feel right now feels like crap. Really feels like crap. Like, before, you really felt like you had the answers at your fingertips, right? You were moving forward, you were doing shit, like, things were happening. Then this week, bam, Judgment card is telling you, hey, the actions you took prior, like, it's coming to a head. Like, like, the way you acted because this is, like, such, like, creation energy. Like, you're really, you were really pushing, like, creating things, like the passion was there, but somehow, some way, something happened. You might have been too enthusiastic, you might have like overstepped your boundaries, or started to kind of play with fire around here, and you got burnt. You got burned. But unfortunately, I gotta say, it was all, it was happening for you, not to you, because you definitely had to walk away for like some bullshit, because you were probably living, how can you be the magician when you're constantly living in this state of anxiety? And we have like to go from a 9 to an 8, like hopefully we're leaving some of that shit behind, like these 8 cups that were filled with worry, filled with just bullshit. Hopefully you're leaving that behind, this sense of anxiety that has kept you like kind of crippled in bed, right? And you're finding, oh God, you're really kind of you're really struggling now to get in touch with your feelings. Maybe that's why it is such just, it has that feminine energy, because you're really dealing deep inside with, kind of like, you feel like you're the one who put yourself in this position, whether like, I don't want to be like you kind of created your own problem, but you feel like you did. And it is like, okay, here we have the 8 of Cups being clarified by the Ace of Wands. Like here, should be a good reminder then that since you are leaving this stuff behind, it will, like, this is the card of like passion, the card of creativity. It is going in that like a much better direction. Like, I know we have the Devil reverse here, but this is like letting go of those chains, letting go of the restriction you felt here, because you might have, you created this friction, you created this anxiety. Like, not that it's your, I'm not saying that it's your fault, but like maybe the actions you did take, it put you in, you feel like it put you in this position, but of course in reality, like, you had to go through it because it is allowing you to let shit go. You don't wanna, you really are really fighting it. You're finding every excuse in the book, but it's shining a light. Your feelings are shining a light on this wall that you keep on putting up. That's I think that's one of the greatest things about seeing these two here together, is that it's telling you that you're going deep enough into your feelings that it's going to start to shine a light on that bullshit, that bullshit wall that you keep on putting up. It's like, no more. Like, you can't, we're trying to let go of this. We're trying to let go of this, what you feels like how you tied yourself down. We don't want to continue to struggle, but here we are still struggling. But again, it's your feelings that are going to really inform you. Your feelings are going to really inform you about this bullshit wall that you keep on putting up, because it's flimsy, and you're trying to go up against the devil like this. You have to let, like, you have to kind of let that come, like that come down, because it is meant, it's for you to get in touch with your emotions, because you were walking away from so many things. But if you don't speak to your emotions, if you don't try to, find a way to connect back deeply, because here, like, since it is reversed, you see the water, which is representative of emotions, is up here. It's being so connected to like the outside, like the the ether, but it's not now based in reality. So you feel like you're getting drowned in your feelings, right? But I don't want to. The first thing that came to my head is like, hey, if you feel like you're drowning, this is the perfect time to test your swimming skills, right? And that's what it's asking you to do. Like, you feel like you're drowning, but you know how to save yourself. You 100% know how to save yourself because you already started doing it here. You've already started walking away from those overwhelming feelings. So you have it completely within you. But let's look at some Holly Simple cards, the Oracle deck. Let's see what it has for you. Dream, and we have Teach. This is about becoming teachable again. That since you might be feeling like you don't trust yourself, since you feel like you kind of burned yourself, that you might be starting to look to other people for help, but you need to then become teachable. And by that, I mean to open up enough to be able to say like yes when you feel like you're saying no. Like when you feel like you want to say no, but you should be saying yes. And it's not easy. It's not easy to always be teachable because it's not always easy to open your mind to new thoughts, new experiences. Sorry, just took a sip of water there. But it's not always easy to want to open yourself up to the lessons that the universe has. So, on that note, pay attention to your dreams then. Like, if you don't want to do it in your 3D life, start watching out for your 5D life, your dreams, because definitely your emotions will start to be dealt with there. If you want a breather in your daily life, guess what? It's going to come in your dream. The healing is going to start happening there. So get a lot of rest. Let's get the 2 last cards from the Menti Oracle. We have, I invoke laughter. And I give offerings that are genuine. I've never pulled this card. I haven't pulled this card yet. So I know that this is a very heavy spread, but I invoke laughter. This is about finding the lighter side of life. And I think a part of that is, how can I say this? Because this is also does feel like a bit of an isolating week. So that's what definitely this is showing here. You're kind of going deep inside. But when you're doing your meditations or you're going out to nature for a walk, going a hike, this I think is really about just saying thank you to the universe for giving you the space to be able to deal with your feelings. And hopefully within this week you can then find the humor again in your life. Find the humor in life so you don't feel so heavy. God, this was some really heavy energy for this week, pretty intense. So if this reading resonated with you guys, please like, share, and subscribe. And definitely, if you guys are going through some stuff, leave some comments below. Let's talk it out, because there's no reason to keep all those feelings inside, okay? Have a great week, guys. Love you so much. Until next time. Oh, also, I'll put down below, but I've been doing live readings on my Instagram account. So if you guys are into that, because I'm not sure yet how to do that for YouTube, but if you guys want to go there, I'll put my Instagram information below. But Have a beautiful week, guys. Love you.